Hey YouTubers, this is DRS2100 and this is my quick review of the MARLIN 1895 GBL in 4570 Government. Now if you've seen any of my shootage videos, this is the gun I was probably using. I do shoot this thing quite a bit. It is one of the funner guns to shoot, obviously. I mean, it's got so much power. But this guy here has the 18-inch barrel. It's a ballad cut hand cut rifling. It's actually a pretty accurate, pretty consistent gun. This is one of the ones made in the North Haven, Connecticut plant before they switched over to the Remington plant, I believe in the Carolinas, not too sure. But like the guide gun, this is a nice compact 37-inch overall length. Has a nice neoprene rubber butt pad on there, which you need because this thing kicks like a mule. It's got the bigger lever on there, which I like. Do a quick safety check for you here. Seems to cycle pretty good. Other than that, it's got the traditional half cock and the newer style crossbolt safety, which is kind of neat. It's a convenience, I guess. It has a side loading gate, which is nice. Rear buckhorn sight, hooded front, removable hooded front. Brownells actually has so much stuff you can get for these guns. You can get aluminum followers. I got, I actually gave it to a buddy of mine, this gun, when I first got it, because there's all kinds of quality control issues. Everything was razor sharp, and he's been working on these Marlins for about 30 years, and so he says, I got a couple things I can do to it. So he made some of the springs a little weaker and stuff like that, so it cycled better, and polished the crap out of everything. He boiled the stock in linseed oil, which seemed to bring the finish right out of there. It looks so nice. But other than that, the stock was rather loose. But the bigger concern was that there was no gap between the tang and the actual stock. The problem with that is that this thing kicks so hard that you actually crack those corners off right there. So I mean, that had to be taken care of. I had put 20 rounds through it and then brought it to him, and he says, "Oh, you got to be careful." And sure enough, the stock was loose, and I mean, it was definitely butting right up against that corner. So yeah, if you do get one of these, just check the lines on it. Like, check everything, particularly these bolts. This one's good, but the bolt actually on my buddy's SBL. It was actually malformed. Like, it wasn't flush up against the receiver like this one is. This was actually bulging out a little bit, so check for that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this is a pretty handy little gun. Like, it's compact and it's powerful. You can take pretty much anything with it in North America anyway. I mean, anywhere from deer to, bear and whatnot. So, but if you're a plinker like me, I mean, this thing's just really expensive to shoot. I think the cheapest rounds, if you're buying factory rounds, that is, are around, I think, $1.90 a shot, right? Because there's the Lever Evolutions, they're like $35 or something like that for 20. Get some good brass out of it, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it's pretty expensive stuff to shoot. So if you're into the hand loading, it gets a lot cheaper. I mean, a lot cheaper. So if you do plan on shooting one of these as a plinker, you might want to consider getting a hand loading kit or something like Lee Classic Loader. If you haven't already checked out my video on how to use the Lee Classic Loader, you should check that out. But other than that, yeah, I mean, this thing is just awesome. It doesn't have the swivel studs on here for the sling, but it does have some studs in there. But yeah, I mean, not much else. Oh yeah, one other thing I thought was really cool here, I got a couple dummy rounds for you. I want to show you something. But yeah, a couple just old brass I didn't want to reuse and whatnot, a couple of slugs. But yeah, let me load a couple of those in there for you. Show you something really cool. A couple things that are really cool. First thing is, when it's loaded, well, this isn't chambered, but when there's rounds in the tube, you can see that there is the brass there. And say you're at the range and they call a ceasefire, well, you don't have to cycle the crap out of your gun. You can just literally pull these rounds right out of there. Just push that gate in there. I think my buddy Dave actually did a little bit of that for me, but to make it do that, so very cool. Yeah, this one, unlike the guide gun, this one holds 6 shots, not 4. So yeah, you can actually pack an extra couple, but I mean, how many 45-70s are you gonna need? Like, I mean, for plinking, right? But if you're actually using this for hunting and stuff, like, if you got to put 6 in there, it's, wow, something big. Because, yeah, these are a powerful round. This thing just kicks so hard, at least to me anyway. But, yeah, very fun to shoot, very fun to shoot. Make sure you have your ears on when you shoot this thing, because it's loud. Anyway, it has a really nice length of pull. I think it's about 13 point something, but for me, I mean, 13.5 is really good. Feels really nice when I bring it up to my shoulder. I mean, I can get that sight picture right away. I mean, really quick target acquisition with this gun. Even quicker if you have a ghost ring, you know. But yeah, not much to it. Basically a regular old guide gun with a laminate stock and a big lever. But very nice. Love it. Anyway, that's my quick review. Thank you.